Believe it or not, there exists surrounding your entire body an energy field, a very thin energy field that extends about 6 to more inches away from your physical body that you can actually see with your own eyes. And today, here on the classroom, we are going to teach you how to see that energy field. Welcome back to the FreeMelon Society, my loveliest students. I really appreciate your time and attention. The idea of seeing energy fields, I understand, is a little bit woo-woo for a lot of people out there. But if that's the case, then I don't care, because I'm going to teach it anyway, because it's important. The good thing about this, though, is that it's accessible to everybody. You don't need any particular type of training, specialized training, to be able to see this energy field. As far as I'm convinced, as far as I've come to understand, anybody can see it, okay? So what are we talking about? What energy field are we talking about here? We are talking about your etheric energy field, okay? Some schools you hear called the vital body. And the vital body, or the etheric energy field, is the field, again, like I said in the introduction, it extends about 6 inches or more away from your skin, from your physical body. The etheric field is like it is the intermediary between your astral body and your physical body. It's called vital body because the vital body is what translates energy from your higher bodies or from the higher environment, okay? And it translates them and slows them down and conducts them into your physical body through the chakras. And so the chakras are connected to your endocrine glands, and they're the energy transformers that pull in energy that the vital body is helping to slow down and bring into being in your physical body. Okay? So because your vital body is still physical, all right, it's not necessarily energetic. It's still actually physical, but very, very fine and very thin. It just dances in and out of the visible spectrum that we're able to perceive. And so if you just attune your focus in the right way, then you too can actually see with your physical eyes this etheric body, or this etheric shell that encompasses your physical body, or that surrounds your physical body, I should say. And if you're like me, when I first was able to see my etheric body, it was damn exciting. Holy smokes. Because what it does is it reinforces the idea that you are energy, right? There is an energy that you participate in, and it goes beyond the physical. And when you can actually get your direct corroboration of that, it's interesting. Okay, so how do you see this field? Basically, all you need to do is, first of all, relax. Okay, so you just need to be just very relaxed. You don't need to do any kind of preparatory meditation, nothing like that, all right? Your average Joe Blow on the street with the pot belly after drinking well, no, I don't know about after drinking some beer, because that will depress your energy field. Being healthy obviously enhances the vigor of your etheric field, but any Joe Schmo Blow can do this. So yeah, just sit down and be comfortable. All right. Ideally, you want a backdrop that is dark in color. So very much like the color of the shirt I'm wearing, a dark brown, even a black, but a dark brown seems to be a good backdrop that you can use to see your etheric field. Let's just pretend your hand is my hand, for example, okay? And, hey, stop. Some of you guys have probably been waiting years to do that. Okay, anyway, so yeah, let's pretend your hand is my hand. Then yeah, what you do is you just put your hand very close to whatever the brown backdrop is that you're looking at. And then you would focus on your hand in the way that I'm going to tell you in a second. All you do is be very lazy with your eyes, okay? So you've got your hand up against your backdrop, and with your eye gaze, you use a very lazy eye focus. Very lazy, okay? So just let your eyes kind of like dull a bit. And you don't want to focus on anything in particular. So as you look at your hands, you're trying not to look and focus directly on something in particular. You're trying to have a very lazy and broad focus. So you're kind of taking in everything at the same time. Even though you're staring at a small segment of hand or even a finger, just have a lazy focus, okay? So, your hand's up against the backdrop, you've started to cultivate a lazy focus, and you're in a nice, relaxed state of mind. Oh, I should say, the room should be dimly lit. Dimly lit. Enough light that you can still see what's happening in your room, but yeah, not so dark that you just can't see anything, okay? Dimly lit room, dark backdrop, hand up against the backdrop. Or your kneecap, your toe, or whatever. Let's just go with the hands, because it's more evident with the hands. Positioning of your hands, I would say for beginners, the easiest way to position your hands would be not even with your hands, but with fingers, okay? So you've got 2 fingers, and you're gonna put your 2 fingers kind of like this, like a tuning fork, I guess, right near each other. And with your focus, you're just going to be staring at the space between your fingers with that lazy, non-specific gaze. Okay? Just like that. All right? And that is all there is to it. So, as long as you're relaxed and your focus is a bit lazy and you're staring at your finger, at the space between your fingers, what you will see, and it doesn't matter what subjective interpretation people have about spirituality or religion or whatnot. Everybody who can see the etheric sees the same thing, right? So people can corroborate this between one another. Now, what you will not see is well, at least if you're seeing your etheric field, okay, you will not see colors. So we've all heard about seeing people's energy fields and seeing people's auras. Okay, this is not that. To see the aura requires a higher level of astral vision than merely gazing at the etheric. When we're staring at the etheric, we're still on the frequency band of physical reality. When we're looking at an aura, that requires a deeper level of, I guess, training, yes, but it requires that your eyes go beyond what is typically associated with the visible light spectrum, okay? Or if you prefer, not your eyes, but, your mind has to be able to decode that information spectrum or that information frequency band. So we're not talking about the aura or the astral world here, okay? Just hope you understand that. What you will see is if you've ever seen something cooking on a barbecue and the smoke billows up into the air and at some point it starts to get so dispersed that it disappears into the air. What you will see is something like tendrils of liquidy smoke at that state just before they disappear into the air. So if you're staring at your fingers, you're going to see almost like these smoky like tendrils just all of a sudden darting back and forth and just moving and just having whatever life or character that they have. And as you stare, you might not notice anything at first, and then you'll just catch a quick glimpse of some little tendril of smoke, and you're like, oh, what was that? What was that? Keep staring, and then something else, right? And you'll be able to see. And it's interesting that your etheric strength, the strength of your etheric body, yes, it does depend on the health of your body. And by strong, I don't mean your ability to do a leg press. I mean the strength of your internal vitality. The stronger your internal vitality, the more etheric becomes noticeable, or the stronger your etheric field. So yes, your health does play a role in this. But yeah, you will notice these tendrils of smoke just dancing back and forth between your fingers. Now, once it becomes very easy to see it between your fingers, what you can do is you can start to look at your etheric field on other parts of your body. So just on your hand, without making a little channel like this, right? See if you can see it just on its own here, and maybe on your forearm. Okay, and maybe on your other side of your forearm, right? Throw up your leg or your foot and maybe see if you can see it on your leg or your foot. Or any other part of your body that you choose, right? Okay, guys, that's honestly it, right? End of lesson, go home. So if you're interested in this, then give it a shot, please. Yeah, give it a shot and let me know in the comments below what you saw. Maybe you saw pretty much what I imagined you would see. Maybe you saw something slightly different. Well, let me know about it. But I'd be very curious to hear your feedback on this. And again, it's a very simple but exciting exercise because when you do see it, it does something to you. It just makes you feel like, you are an energetic being. At least that's what it did for me. And I'm just sharing the potential for you to be as excited as I was when I did this for the first time. Okay? This is like I was a kid when I did this, and so I never really spoke about it. So I'm like, oh my god, why don't I just talk about this now? Anyway, thank you so much, guys. Subscribe to the FreeMelon Society if you like videos like this, and make sure to leave me a thumbs up, or give me a thumbs up, I should say. Leave a comment like I asked earlier, and yeah, that's it. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, guys. Ciao. Bye-bye.